Mm, Hi. That that was my first day of school. But it wasn't the first day for the school. So I currently live in Upper Manhattan. Yeah, I know it's expensive, but I got it with 1,300. Typically, which is still high for me. Yeah, for most people. Because my friends, they live with like 600 a month, and that is the best preference for me. But what could I do? That was the best offer for an amateur who has no connections with people from New York. But now I am planning to move out as soon as my lease with the company dies. I got here on the Labor Day, so that evening I decided to give an in-person tour to my school since I had never been there. So I just applied it through online. So I came out of with my roommate who was a Korean guy, and we both just decided to go together because his destination was on my track. He got off at his destination and kind of left me alone there. But I said I was fine, so I continued going on and got off at the Times Square as the map told me to. Actually, I was supposed to follow the sign for downtown because my school was in downtown and my home was in uptown. But I casually entered the wrong train, and it took me to 74th Street, Jackson High. And little did I know that my friend lives there, but I didn't know it was where he lived because that was the first time I got there. So I was lost. I called a friend, but not the friend, and she was my mom's friend's daughter, and she is in Washington. So I called her and I almost cried out of regret. I was lost. I was so new to this one. But nah, I did not. After that, I bought unlimited MetroCard and I lightheartedly decided to go back home instead of going to school, believing that the school was getting closer. But you know what? No, it wasn't. I had to take 2 more trains and a bus to continue going to school. And if I did that, I would have had to sleep outside the platform, maybe somewhere out there in Times Square. Oh my god. Basically, my life could have turned into a homeless man within a day, within a night. Luckily, I was tired that time because I just had 24 hours of flight to be here and I hadn't taken any rest. So I went back home at like 6 p.m. and I got home at 8 p.m. because I also got lost during the transition and it took me 2 hours to get home. I hadn't eaten anything yet at that time, not even my lunch. My hands were shaking out of hunger, so was my body and legs. I was trembling and I tried to cook dinner for myself, which went terribly wrong. And I had to throw all my pasta and chicken away. It was technically a raw chicken, because I didn't know how to handle that one at the moment. Typically, I know how to cook, but I was so jet lagged and I didn't want to do anything at the time, but I was hungry and I knew that I had to eat something, but I couldn't eat. My appetite was totally ruined. I was exhausted and I unconsciously threw my precious dinner away. I went to bed almost crying. But you know what? I say the word crying a lot here because back in home, I didn't have to worry about what to cook for dinner or what job to look for, or didn't even have to think twice to order the takeout because of my mom. Bless her. thank you, Now I know her worth. But now everything depends on my consideration. If I don't take care of them, then I will probably end up broke. Please, no thank to that idea. It's not that I'm not that considerate. I'm very. But now this time I have to be more considerate than I ever was. I romanticized about living in New York, without thinking about the consequences of moving there, because all I knew that the portrayals from movies that New York is the greatest city, and I never thought that this would be like this. This would be that difficult to move in here. I kind of did think that my life would be like in movies, but I was totally wrong, and I admit that. All I thought was my life would just become easier and more convenient independently. Please, Lord, I was absolutely wrong about that. But you know what? This is just the beginning, so what can go worse? Things that are even worse are likely to come, but you know what? With all these difficulties I am having to go through, these are my character developmental experiences, which mean I will become stronger. And thank you to my mom for always having my back, and I promise you that within a few months I will take care of you. I have my assignments to do. I cannot fall behind. So this is it, guys. Thank you for today. Thank you for listening here, and see you tomorrow. And if you don't have time for the video, you can also listen the podcast here through the link in the description. Thank you for all the audiences that are watching my videos. My roommate came up to me and he told me that my videos are inspirational. So thanks to him, I feel very motivated now.